Welcome to your Craft Kit November. We're playing Dimension, guys. Yeah, so your die set is going to give you that. It's going to give you a beautiful little treat box. Absolutely stunning. All your detailed dies are in there, even the little heart clasp on the top. You even get a little tag as well, and your stamps will be able to stamp onto that tag. But you know me, I like to change things. So this one here is a double size. There's no bottom in that section, so I can then have a longer item in there. Miniatures fit perfectly. Yeah, so these here now to me looks, you know, those miniature bird houses that they used to have in the Edwardian days. Reminds me very much of that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the main die. So your main die is this one here. So to do what I'm doing, making that 3-dimensional box, I don't have to cut the whole thing. So what I do is I bring my card back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it so that I'm going to just cut that segment first. So take that down and run that one through. There's no point cutting the bit that you don't need, is there? So we're going to run that through. So that's one. So I'm going to need 4 like that, because all I'm going to do is chop off that bit there, and I need 4 like that, and then do the same with the other side. Just take it down, run that bit through your machine as well, and we're then going to need 4 of that one. So let's take that away. So just trim off that extra bit there. So you're going to need 4 that look like that and 4 that look like that. So here's some I've done earlier. So I've got 4 of that one and I've got 4 of that one. Now just make sure that all your distances from the score line down are the same distance. That distance there could be as big as you want. So where you can see on there, I've wrapped that blue ribbon. It could be 2-inch wide, it could be 3-inch wide, you decide, yeah? Just by elongating that section there from that score line, that box could be as big as you want. So what we're going to do is start with these ones first. And I'm going to put my adhesive on there, and I'm just going to lay the other one over the top. So you're going to do that on those like so. So that's 2 of them, and now you need the other 2. So just on the top of there, and then that one. So while that's drying, we're going to cut one of the decorative dies. So you can see they're ready, so let's just leave them to take. So let's get one of the decorative dies. Now the decorative die that I've used is this beautiful little rose. So let's clean it out. I love these workbenches because they're so sturdy. So let's take this out, and let's cut the outside edge first of all. So, oh, it could be a tooth. Oh, sorry, I just got I'll show you something in a minute. I've just seen a tooth. Hold on, let's take this. You know what I'm like, bit wacky. So let's just cut that one out a minute. I'll just take that tape away. It's very gently so it doesn't take off. And I'll put that back down there, and I'll show you the tooth in a minute. So cut the detail now into that design there. So just take that down, and then this across the top. So all the way through. So what you're going to get is you're going to get that absolutely stunning little rosebud design in there. Okay, now the ones that go onto the side panels, we've already cut those out as well, and they're very much like a barcode effect, but you can see that the little lines on the top one match that one perfectly. Okay, so let's just bear with me a minute, because I've just seen a tooth. Let's just take this off. Dan's laughing at me, but sorry, I've got to do it. So whose children have got the tooth fairy coming? Look, it's a tooth. Yeah, first tooth box, first tooth holder. Absolutely, sorry, you know my sense of humour. Right, so with this one, what I've already done is I've already paper pierced it. So I've placed behind there some blue card to make it into a little blue flower, and then also some Craft Perfect across the top. I can't remember what the blue one's called, but the top one's pistachio green. Okay, so I've now got 4 of those panels, and I've also got 4 of those other ones. Okay, so with these you can see that they have to curve. Yeah, it's a lot easier to curl them before you do anything else. So if you take something that's got a barrel on and just pull it over the top. So I'm just holding that middle segment. Okay, so you're just breaking the fibres just a little bit. It does make it a lot easier to stick together. So just carry on, just give all those a little curl, and do the same with the designs as well. Okay, because you've got all that cardstock in there, you just have to bend them a little bit more so you get that curve happening in there. Now if you're going to do this, just make sure that your cardstock is actually dry before you try and bend it over, because if your card's not dry, all you do is popping off the card from behind. So just give it a little twist just over something round. It could be anything. So these ones as well, just break the fibres just a tad, just to make it easier to stick down. So the last one coming up now. So it's easier to decorate when your box is in pieces. Don't try and make it up and then decorate it. So let's just add the adhesive onto these. So I'm going to do a few of them so that the adhesive can start to dry rather than us sit and wait for it. So all the way round, just adding it onto those panels. Just carry on, and then we can stick those ones. Smudge all these out of the way. So now we can stick our panels on to those. So these are the side panels. Get it the right way around, Jodie, it helps. So just give it a squidge, and this one as well. So this could be, I wanted to do blue because you know at weddings when you take the confetti boxes, I thought this would make an absolutely beautiful confetti box. Something a little different, you know, but you know, sweets in there, handmade chocolates. You could put a little window in the front of them and use them as little lantern boxes at Christmas. So many different things to use them for. So we just add in the adhesive. Now just put some glue on the back of your paper piercing as well, okay, because you've got plenty of areas to be able to put that glue on now. So let's just carry on putting all these together all the way down. Stick them out the way as I'm doing them. So all the way around there. So now we can start to put these on these panels, and you'll see that the design work actually fits round that little locking mechanism at the top. So that one on that side now. And just give it a squidge. And you can see what I mean now by bending that card previously, it sits so much nicer on those anchor points. So that one on there, and that one on there. So now take your dimension from that middle segment, okay? Whatever distance you've got there, you're going to need a strip of card. So I'm going to use high tack tape for this, okay? So I've got my high tack, when I can find the end. So here we go. And I'm going to put a double edge of high tack, one at the top and one at the bottom, because this is what's going to hold all your box together. So here we go. Let's take the back off of there. Now remember, it goes alternate, big one then a small one. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to take my strip and I'm going to put it across the middle and I'm going to bend it. Okay, so I'm literally bending it over. Now the next one, I like to work this way, so I'm holding it up in the air, so that is at a right angle, and then that one goes in there, so I get it level on that side first and then level it on the outside, so you get that perfect little corner. If you do it all in a long line, you'll get a baggy point there. So if you do them at an angle as you're putting them in, so bend that one so it's coming round the corner, put this one in so it's at an angle. Oh, okay, come on. So now let me just stick this one down, I'll show you what I've done. Can you see how that one is slightly sat inside? It's important, okay, because these two come over the top and lock. If they're all stuck on the outside, you're not going to be able to lock it. So this goes inside those edges, and the same with the next one. So put the loop, let me just bend that a minute, put the loop over the top and then level that one in, so you can see how that one now sits over the top of that one. Okay, so let's just cut this down to size now. So I need a little bit to stick the box together, and we're going to do the same again. That one's got to sit on the inside, so I now need to put my adhesive on that inside edge, or I can just loop it over and do it on there, because we're going to stick some ribbon all the way around. So let's get some ribbon. So the ribbon is basically there to hide this little joint and also add a bit of decoration. So we're just going to centralise that into the middle, and I'm going to go all the way around and just add that. Take that off your scissors, Jodie, before you start to cut. Honestly, trying to do two jobs at the same time does not suffice. So taking some ribbon, so I'm going to start at the edge and I'm bringing that straight over the top, wrapping that all the way around that middle. So we're going to put some little bit of high tack on there as well, because we don't want the ribbon to fray, do we? So let's just take some high tack. So I'm going to put the high tack on my ribbon, cut off that excess, and then I'm going to take away that high tack off there, and then I'm going to cut through the high tack. So if I cut through that high tack, it's going to stop my ribbon from fraying. So that now is not going to fray. So to lock your box, you put your two hearts together. Oh, that sounds like a real mushy sentiment, doesn't it? Put your two hearts together through that little locking mechanism there and slide it over, and then push it to the side. The same on the other one. Straight over the top. Now can you see why that inner panel needs to sit within there? So 2 hearts together over the top. You know I don't do mush, so that to me is really over the top as well. So you've now got your double aspect box, but you've also got in there all the little tags. So the best things come in small packages. Yeah, so you've got your little sentiment. So let's just put some ribbon through there. So I'm just going to put that in there, poke it through, pull that, lock it in, and then that is going to go through the centre of my little heart, on there, through that centre, and then we can just tie that in a little knot at the top. You could seal both ends of your boxes if you wanted to, but that would be the top. So at this end, you'll see the size now when I open this one back up. So now the size of your box is going to be that big inside compared to the original box that it was designed to do. Let's just open that one there. You see how that one opens like an exploding box? Well, this one, you could actually put something in. Yeah, so let's have a look at your double boxes. How big can you make your box? See you later.